This next one is called Zofran. Zofran is an under-the-tongue tablet that helps with nausea or vomiting. Nausea and vomiting can be something that's common at the end of life, but it's usually disease dependent, meaning like depending on your disease. Some diseases cause more nausea and vomiting than others. For instance, I see a lot of GI diseases or GI cancers causing more nausea and vomiting than other cancers. And that's usually because there's tumors in the abdomen, maybe they're blocking some bowels, so they have frequent nausea or vomiting. It just depends. Sometimes people have nausea because of medication they're taking. So it's just a good medication that's usually very effective and good to have in the home. Another thing you'll see in the comfort pack is something called Haldol. Haldol is an old drug that was really used for schizophrenia back in the day, but they found that it also helped with agitation and or nausea and vomiting. So a lot of times if someone's really nauseous and they try the Zofran and the Zofran doesn't work, they'll still have the liquid Haldol in the comfort pack that they also can try. And a lot of times Haldol will do the trick. So it's used for agitation or nausea and vomiting. Particularly for agitation, I do find that Haldol is effective with someone with dementia, Alzheimer's disease, some kind of like cognitive disorder. Haldol can be very helpful with like nighttime agitation. It's super dependent on the person, so of course work with your hospice, but it's usually there for you in the comfort pack. One of my favorite drugs in the comfort pack is the Tylenol suppository. You guys know I love a good suppository. Why? Do you remember? Do you remember why? The rectum is vascular, right? So if you get a suppository up there, it's gonna work like this, okay? If I'm ever sick, I want suppositories because it works in a snap. It works very quickly, it's super effective, and if you're nauseous or sick, it's hard to swallow pills, right? So Tylenol suppository is really for end-of-life fevers during the actively dying phase. A lot of times during the actively dying phase, people will spike fevers. Why? It's a little unknown, but some people think it's because our core temperature, our body can regulate our core temperature 98.6 most of the time, but at the end of life, it's kind of starts getting out of whack. So you can spike fevers. And fevers are uncomfortable. So you can give a Tylenol suppository and that breaks the fever. Some people don't like to do that because they don't want to have to give a suppository. So they'll just use cold cloth on the forehead. Anywhere like where there's pits, right? Elbows, underneath your knees, all that stuff will also cool that person down. So there's like cooling measures you can use as well. But I'm a big fan of Tylenol suppositories because not just for fevers, but for pain.